Damn guys, horrible accident over here. Hey, how does one create that big of an incident? You know what I'm saying?
Floor it. Yeah, I got out though.
Dang. Look at the Shelby, guys. So, the GT350 has actually been messing up my O2 sensors, and I think it's because we are on 85. And the one I have is a non-OEM one, so I think that's kind of why it's messing up. So, we're going to replace it today. And, yeah, nature driving the GT350, it sounds bonkers, guys. This car sounds so good. Golly. Oh my Jesus. The air on the car sounds absurd, guys. Like literally crazy. The blow-off valve isn't even the biggest one. I believe it's like a normal standard one, guys. And it sounds amazing too, guys. I love seeing the car roll. It just looks so good. Like when you see it from another person's perspective, like it just looks so good, guys. It looks so good too. Loud too, guys. Perfect tone though, in my opinion. All right, guys, welcome back to the vlog. Well, last vlog, Nate's car was supposed to be fixed by now, but it's 2 weeks later. 1 week later, the brake booster went out, and the Terminator is gonna be getting prepped for its new wrap on the car. It's gonna look insane. Like I said before, it's actually semi-close to an OEM color that is made on the 0304 Cobras. And I was gonna match it to the Shelby, so that already eliminates Mr. Chrome as an option. It's gonna look insane, guys, when it's all said and done. I have to wet sand the paint a little bit and then polish it. It's a little bit rough. This one's freshly painted, so that one's not bad, but everything else needs a nice little wet sand. So we're gonna wet sand the car, get it all smooth. That way, when we put the wrap on, it goes on smoothly and it looks a lot better. But guys, it looks insane. The wheels look sick. Big shout out once again to Steve Whistler. I forgot to list the link in the description, but I'm gonna link the center cap because some people are asking about the center caps on the Terminator. They're just from Amazon, but there's a specific size you guys gotta get. Next thing, we gotta get Nate's 2-valve back on the road, and we have to fix his brake booster, but for some reason it's not going into gear, which we don't know why. We also just wrapped this car pink. It looks sick. It's a Chevy Volt. We always do what the customer wants, and it definitely looks a ton better than before because the paint previously was like fading on it really bad. So it honestly brought it back to life. And yeah, this was definitely cheaper than a full paint job, 100%. Look, we did a chrome delete and a full wrap. Go for it. Cold start. Started out perfectly. The 2-valve has been the most reliable car besides that. All right, guys, so we are transferring the Chevy Volt to the client right now. It is a female-driven vehicle. It's not like bright pink, it's like a pastel pink. So it's not like insanely bright. So it's not the worst, but we're mobbing it. We're gonna drop it off and then get back, and we're gonna be starting to work on the Terminator. And I'm gonna update you guys on what we're doing with that because we have a lot of work to do cosmetically, and we are going back to stock. So I have to take off all the parts. This is not my first rodeo. For those that have stuck around since day one, I have to essentially take off everything that I had before. And yeah, so here we go, guys. 2-valve got repoed, guys. RIP in the chat, but we just washed the GT350. It looks spectacular. We're going to be washing the Cobra and getting it ready for its wrap. So we're gonna wet sand some of the paint with like a light 2000, 3000 grit, and then get the paint smooth, and then we'll be able to install our wrap. First time Nate sees his car rolling in 10 years, guys. Don't know how to act. God damn, guys, look at the Cobra. It looks so good. Holy moly, it looks fire, guys. Woo! Fresh wash. Damn, she looks good, guys. Cars and Coffee in the GT350 and the 3.7 5.0. It's a new motor they made, guys. In all seriousness, we got Christian's 5.0. He added his drag pack on it, and it looks actually a lot better than before. So he plans on doing an ESS at some point. maybe add some extra power, have some fun with it. But he has a Roush blower on it right now, so it scoots out for what it is. But we're gonna head to the show and show you guys all the cars. Man, it's loud. Tire shine and called it a day. We got Martin's clean ass GT500, guys. Check it out. Carbon fiber, everything. One of the cleanest GT500s probably. Man, that thing looks pristine. What's up? What do you gotta say? Just give me my money. What up? You copping one or what? Nah. What you taking, Hellcat? This is a red eye, no? Nate, you could whip this. SS will be clean. Z06, we got two Z06s. I like the white. It's clean. Chrome and black always looks good to me. I like this one though. It's nice. Red. Can't go wrong with red. 545 on a Honda is crazy fast, actually. And the Hellcat.
Right there. Down is yours right there. I'll just. All right.
Dying heat. But all right, guys. So today, Nasty Nate might go sleep, but we're gonna head to the shop. I think I'm gonna wait for taking off all the shit because we are going back to stock. We already have a buyer for the Whipple and trade for stock parts. So we're gonna do that, and then after that, we're going to wet sand the car and get it prepped for its new wrap. I think you guys are gonna really like the color. Yeah, we definitely have to do a shoot with both cars.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Nate's gonna be whipping the Cobra.
We should do it, guys, huh?
Maybe.
Come out with some fire merch.
It might push me to do merch.
We'll throw some ideas out soon.
Yeah, yep. What's good, guys? So you guys saw a little bit of my day and the daily routine here at Showroom Tints, and it's insane, guys. Like, it's literally been 4 years since I graduated high school, and you guys know the channel literally burst just from simply having the Cobra, my first OG Terminator Cobra. And in this video, after shoot 2-3 years now, since time has changed so much, we've done so much stuff, and I honestly put filming on the back burner, and that's because I really felt like YouTube and this whole world of social media wasn't something that I really liked to do after the fact of me going into this big hole with my first Cobra. Let's address a few things, guys. So as you guys know, the original Cobra has actually been gone for like the past 2 or 3 years now, and I obviously did not want to sell the car. Ultimately, I wanted to keep it forever. I thought that car was going to be my forever car, but you know, with life, things change, and I felt like I had tried so much with the car. And for those of you that may have not understood exactly what happened, there was a wide variety of things that happened during that time period, and things that people said I should have done differently, all this bullshit, and that was the unfortunate truth of it all. The part that I never really spoke about was the car was actually going to be sold to, at the time, a friend of mine. The deal went sour, and I had just bought the 1314 Grabber Blue GT500. It was an amazing car as well, and the deal that I had initially was that I was going to sell the car, and as soon as a car sold of theirs, they were going to fund me the money for the rest. And so I bought the 1314 GT500 at the time, thinking like, hey, once the Cobra sells, I can just put that money towards the GT500, and unfortunately, that did not happen. And I obviously learned a ton from that situation. I feel like if I had not gone through what I did at the time, I would not be sitting here making this video and having the GT350 or the Terminator. Pretty much, when we sold the car, I had a deposit put down, so they ended up taking the car. And in that time period of when they had possession of the vehicle, a lot of parts were taken from the car, and we ended up reversing the deal with some minor things. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, I take 100% fault for this whole instance. and to just do things on your own when you want to do it on your own terms, because at the end of the day, you have your own back. Don't rely on other people for anything. After we reversed the deal, so some of the parts were exchanged with the money aspect as well, and so it was a semi-fair deal. But as I began to put the car back together and put the engine back together, we noticed that a lot of accessories were missing from the engine. And like I said, I take 100% fault. It was my fault. I didn't check to see how many parts I got back because I was missing a ton of parts. And I f***ed up big time. I should have known from the get-go not to do that. With that being said, I had a motor on the way built by a professional. And once the motor went in the car, we ended up getting the car started. It was running and the engine was freaking toast to me. When we went ahead and drained the oil once again, and this is the 5th engine we're on at this point, the engine oil was completely messed up, and that was my biggest fear with the car. And after that, I said I don't want to put any more money into it, and I sold the car as is. And that's when I literally said I have to make a change. The filming stuff was becoming more of a headache than it was just being fun and just me being me and enjoying cars. And so I started showroom tints, and ever since then life's been a ton better. I don't have this stress over my head like where I'm relying on filming as much as I used to, although I love to film. But me relying on that as a source of income like really made me a lot more stressed out, and that's why I put filming on the back burner. And I know I lost so much momentum by not filming and whatnot because it wasn't what I wanted to show you guys. But the point of the matter was I had to save myself before things got worse, and that was the harsh reality of it all. I sold the car, and after that, with the money I had left over, I started showroom tints, and the rest is history, guys. I just felt like the effort that I was putting into filming wasn't like returning. And you know, as fun as the car stuff is, you guys know how expensive that shit adds up. And I don't feel like at the time I was at the point where I could do that full time, although that was what I was doing full time. I just felt like I needed to do something else, and I feel like because those things happened, it forced me to like expand and grow. Now it's like I feel like I have to rebuild from ground one. This one car made Alex SVT, and as cool as that was and as legendary as that was, there's more to things than just the Cobra. And I really enjoy the new GT350. I know a lot of people probably don't understand the truth of it all when it comes to like actually filming and doing all these things, because that shit is very expensive. And I always told myself I would never ever put myself in that position ever again. And that was something that I still stick with to this day. Is like, yeah, having the fastest car and all this stuff is still really cool, but at the same time it's like, what are you exchanging for all this stuff in the world? Like, I enjoy having a car that I can drive every day. I don't care that I just take it out on the weekends. To me, a car is way more cool and way more enjoyable if I get to drive it and actually enjoy it and have Apple CarPlay and all the good fun stuff. Not to say or bash on the Terminator whatsoever. A lot of people ask like, why do I hate that car now? And I think more than anything, it's not that I hate that car, it's more so the fact that it's not what I want in a car right now. As cool as it is, it's not what I want. I have the new Terminator with me. I got it because I got an amazing deal on it, which we may or may not be doing a giveaway. I'm not sure by doing merch. It's still up in the air. I'm not 100% sure. But whatever I do, I've already had my fun with the Terminators, guys. I would love to have one in the future, but as of now, the point of me doing all this stuff is to just reinvest and grow the business. And that's really what I'm trying to push for at the moment. And that's because in the long term, I feel like that will do really good. And the car stuff is obviously great, and I would love to do more and more stuff here on YouTube. That's ultimately the full goal of it all. I had to take a few steps back to just get to where I needed to at the time, and I'm slowly but surely getting to that point. And I appreciate everyone that has stuck around since then, because I know the content hasn't been what it has been in the past, going to high school, getting all these reactions, but now it's like there's bigger priorities to me in life. As fucking stupid and as boring as that sounds, it's just the truth of it all, guys. I just really want to push to grow the business. And the rule of thumb for me was I would never get into a position like that ever again. And I have to save myself. I always have to make sure I'm good so that I can thrive and still grow. And I don't want anything to inhibit me from growing. And the Cobra, unfortunately, became a part where it was making me go in the hole rather than me growing. And at the end of the day, guys, I don't care about winning a race with my car. I don't. Having a fun, fast car is awesome, but the truth of it all is I care about winning this thing called life now, and that's really what it is. Like, I want to win in life, guys. That's my main goal. And yeah, that's my update, guys. I've literally been going full force with the business, and for the ones that have stuck around, big shout out to you guys. And hopefully in the future we bounce back, we get back up on our feet, and we're already halfway there. Now I have to do my part to actually film and get going with all this shit, but we got a lot of work to do, guys. We got to get the Cobra ready for some wrap because it's getting a full makeover. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's vlog and it got you up to date with everything that's been going on.